Good evening, everyone. Apologies for the lighting. It's the best I can do at the moment. Okay, so I want to start today's video with a question. What does this make possible? I'll come back to that in a second. So obviously we're in our second and a half month of lockdown, and things are trundling on, and almost every day is like a Groundhog Day. So I think, we're trying to get something positive out of all of this. And for me, what I wanted to think about was, what does all of this make possible? Hey Jason, hey Nigel, how you doing? Hey Anthony, hope you're doing okay. So what does all of this make possible? Well, for me, from a coaching point of view, with clients come to me because they want to get results. Now, in a gym setting, because of pricing structures and the way that personal training works, you charge X amount for an hour of your time. So the client sees you for 1 hour out of the week. Now there's 168 hours in a week, and that 1 hour equals 0.05 or 0.06 of the entire rest of the week. So in the grand scheme of things, that 1 hour doesn't really account for much in terms of the whole week. Yet people will pin all of their hopes on that 1 hour that they spend with their trainer, pat themselves on the back and think, wow, I'm doing such a good job because I'm going to see a trainer, I'm spending a lot of money, got skin in the game, and I'm working like an absolute beast during that 1 hour that I see my trainer. However, for the other 167 hours in the week, they're eating like a beast, drinking like a beast, and doing absolutely no exercise whatsoever. So, getting back to my original point of what does all of this make possible? So everybody's in lockdown, everybody's in their homes, and I'm speaking to people online. But what it does is it gives me an opportunity to delve into maybe their lives a little bit more than, or have a bit more access to them than, and they have a bit more access to me than they might have done before. So they get to speak to me, they get to ask me questions or whatever, on a more, there's less distance, less friction. So having an impact, if I as a coach can have an impact on those other 167 hours in the week, it would be far more beneficial for me as a coach and for the clients who want to get results. So if you're trying to impact your life or make changes, there's no point in pinning all of your hopes on that 0.05% of your week. What about the rest of the week? What about the 167 hours? Why not try and influence what happens during those 167 hours? So trying to influence how much sleep you get on a daily basis, that you get 3 to 4 good meals every day, that alcohol consumption isn't going through the roof. What else are we looking at? Daily activity. So they call this NEAT, or the really high-level trainers with their techie stuff call this NEAT, which is basically stands for the activity that's not related to exercise. So the amount of energy that you burn just walking around or pottering around the house. So we need to keep that up, your 10K steps a day. Then we can look at your strength training and your cardio training, which is not just for weight loss, but also for your heart too. So what I'm trying to get at is basically this lockdown has given me an opportunity to influence what's going on in people's lives away from the gym, which is something I've always wanted to have an impact on, because that helps to change people's lives. Getting somebody to, I don't know, throw up in the bucket because they've worked out so amazingly hard for 1 hour during the week is not going to do much apart from turn them off exercise completely for the rest of their life. But instigating small incremental changes to your life away from the gym, that can actually make so much of a difference. Those 10K steps add up over the course of a week. I mean, is that? That's like, 70,000 steps during a week. That burns X amount of calories. You're looking at protecting your heart. You're looking at all of the things that you do away from the gym your lifestyle, having the impact there is what counts. And your lifestyle fuels what you should be able to do in a gym setting, or in your home gym setting nowadays. But it's the fuel. The cart's come before the horse, in other words. So people want to work out, they want to beast themselves in the gym, but without supplying themselves with the fuel, the sleep, the energy, the nutrients that they need to do that in the first place. So, what am I trying to say? Look at what you can control during your 168 hours in the week. Okay? So nobody's seeing a personal trainer one-to-one these days. But if you look at your lifestyle and your habits and what you're doing now, it's an opportunity to try and make changes. One habit at a time. Okay. I think that's everything that I was going. Hey Dave, hey Chris, hope you're doing okay. Without turning this into a mad long ramble, I think I'll finish there. 168 hours in the week, affect change to your lifestyle, and it accumulates to make dramatic changes over the course of time. And that's what it's all about. Okay guys, have a good evening. Bye bye.